Alright guys, some are wondering about my thoughts on the Sharks trade. Yeah, they made a trade, and this is a very standard Doug Wilson move. He likes to make a buying move, usually at the month of the trade deadline, which it is, February. Uh, yeah, he made his move. So his pickup was Spaling and Roman Polak from the Leafs for 2 second-round picks and Rafi Torres. Well, one, we knew Rafi Torres was not going to do anything, so that's really just a cap move, so that it creates space. That's all getting rid of him does. But 2 second-round picks, that's pretty standard. If we look at history, the Sharks have traded for Nicholas Wallin, a second-round pick. They've traded for Ian White, a second-round pick. Let's see, they've given up some picks for, was it TJ Galliardi, Daniel Winnick? They gave up some picks there. It's always picking up something minor at the deadline. He usually will make these kinds of trades. It's very standard. Now, my thoughts on this trade, I'm kind of just in the middle. It's like, I see what he's trying to do, and I see what he's not trying to do. It's a little bit of overpay for what they got. They didn't get exactly the proven. I mean, Roman Polak will be good on the defensive end. They always need defensemen, and I think that was the biggest need. But I don't like what they bring with Spaling. I don't think it's worth 2 second-round picks for these two players who are probably going to be rentals. I think they can bring back one of them, but to say they're both going to be back for next year, I think it's a stretch. Spaling, to me, doesn't bring that low scoring. They already got guys like Barclay Goodrow and Melker Karlsson. I don't feel like there's a need for a third-line center or a bottom six forward. I thought it wasn't necessary, but it is what it is. They picked him up. I'm not exactly sure what Spaling brings to the table, but Roman Polak will be good as a third-pairing defenseman. They have needed that. That's an issue. Of course, with Brandon Dillon being out, that's also been an issue, so they did need somebody defenseman-wise, but I don't think this was exactly the greatest approach. I would have hoped for somebody better, but if this was the best offer available, Doug Wilson usually likes to buy. He likes to rebuild on the fly. I'm not too worried about the draft picks. The Sharks have done a pretty good job at being competitive, even with not drafting guys. Or, what's really depressing is that Mirko Mueller is looking like a bust. I hate saying that, especially when you trade up for him. You trade up like 2 spots, and that's the guy you wanted. The Sharks just don't develop defensemen very well. They always have to trade or pick up a guy. And granted, they did develop Vlasic, but they usually have to trade for a guy. They don't sign the attractive free agents. They have to be able to trade for that defenseman. So, Roman Polak, welcome. I think he'll be good and serviceable, but I just feel like this isn't the move that I wanted to see. This is like, we want to win now. We're trying to be in all-in mode. And, well, it is nice that the Sharks are winning and they're playing better as of late. I don't want to just give up all of our future either. I think we need to be competitive, but this whole rebuild on the fly, I think he's feeling like the window with Thornton and Marlowe are thin. I mean, they got one more year after this one, and he wants to do something now. I don't want him to go all in completely. There's got to be that balance of just building the youth. I was hoping we are going to just build this team around Couture and Pavelski, but who knows? They obviously aren't going to trade their veterans, and Doug Wilson has rewarded these guys. So I don't know what y'all think. I'm just kind of in the middle on this trade. It's like, yeah, I get it fills a need, but I don't like what they gave up. I'm just meh on this team. But that being said, it's good to know that they're winning, and they obviously have no room to tank because they don't have a first-round pick. So no picks, but the goal is to get into the postseason and do something. Just, you do got to get it. I will say that much. We'll see you guys later. Let me know what y'all think about this Sharks trade, and let me know. We'll see you guys later.